What's going on, y'all? BigBossFabo, we are back with a video, man. We're doing a reaction to some scary, creepy TikToks, maybe some conspiracies thrown in there, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this in the comment section below. I do have a TikTok playlist, so be sure to, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll link to that in the description down below. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Let's go ahead and hop into the video, man. Be sure to engage with the content and recommend additional content. Escada.
What is a fact that could possibly save your life? If you encounter a mountain lion, do not turn your back on it. Walk backwards. Cats are ambush predators. They don't want to fight you head on and will wait for you to turn around to attack. In a crisis situation, people run from the door they came from. When the shooter walks into a restaurant, run for the kitchen. There's always an exit through the kitchen, and very few people will think to run there. Plus, if you're not armed, a kitchen is full of killer cutlery to defend yourself with. If someone is trying to abduct you, and fighting back or yelling for help doesn't work.
That's not always true. There ain't always an exit in the kitchen. I don't know who told this dude that, but that is completely false. I don't have an exit in my kitchen. To the point about, I guess, weapons, objects, sure. But let's keep it honest.
Then pretend to faint, or vomit on them. If those tactics don't work, then take the chance of getting stabbed or shot to escape. Once you get in the vehicle with the
If someone's trying to abduct you and fighting back or yelling for help doesn't work, then pretend to faint or vomit on them. If those tactics don't work, take the chance of getting stabbed or shot to escape.
abductor, your odds of surviving are less than if just injured in public.
Stupid.
3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. If you are ever caught in an avalanche and buried under the snow, spit. Gravity will tell you which way is up.
Things that are way bigger than you think, part 3. This is a human hand compared to an eagle's talent. To put that into perspective, they could probably palm your whole face. This is what the world's tallest man ever would look like standing next to Shaq. Shaq is 7 feet 2 inches tall, and the world's tallest man ever was 8 feet 11. That red line is where the average American would be. Moose are a lot bigger than you think. Some of them can grow to be almost 8 feet tall off the ground. And finally, this is how big a traffic light is. I don't know what you're going to do with this knowledge, but if you learn something, leave a like and maybe even a follow.
What would happen if your body was launched into space? Well, you'd die. It's freezing cold in space. But that's not what would kill you. After about 10 seconds, your skin and the tissue underneath would swell as the liquid in your body began to vaporize due to lack of atmospheric pressure. But again, that's not what would kill you. The lack of oxygen would suffocate you first. Then you'd freeze. Unless you were by a heat source, then you'd mummify, but your body would never decompose.
Things are almost...
Thanks for telling us stuff we already know. Like, well, duh, you won't be able to breathe in space. You won't even get the chance to freeze over. You're just gonna die because you can't catch a breath. 2, the sun, like, we wouldn't even be in the sun's radius. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of, like, the trajectory you'd have to travel to even get close to the sun, right? You'd be long dead before even being able to experience your body just engulf in flames.
No humans can do, part 14, and if you can, then you're bloody weird. This one requires very flexible fingers and only 3% of humans could actually do this. It's called the finger twist. Check this video if you can do it.
The last one completely blew my mind.
Bro.
There exists a plankton called dinoflagellates that if you consume it, will reverse your sense of hot and cold, and it can last for years. Scientists recently discovered some sharks living in an active volcano, but they can't get in to study them because, well, it's a volcano and it's too hot. In 1972, Vesna Vulovic fell out of a plane at 33,000 feet, no parachute, and lived. Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish are made by the same manufacturer, and in fact...
What they say, 3,000 feet? Dude must have been wheelchair bound. You know what I mean? He had to have been handicapped after that. He survived. What? Wow. So I have heard a story, right? Believe it or not, to where a parachute instructor or, what's it called? A skydiving instructor, I guess his student's parachute didn't deploy. So he ended up using his own. Right? But he reversed himself, putting himself in between the actual student and the ground so that he would consume all the impact. Dude survived. Both him and that student survived. Now, that dude is paralyzed, neck down. So, be interesting to know what functionality to do who had zero parachute whatsoever. Can he walk is the question.
The red Sour Patch Kid is literally a Swedish fish, except with sour sugar on it. The only people that know how to open the United States president's car doors are the Secret Service. And last but not least, 1 million people got together and decided to follow this clown on TikTok. And I've got to say, guys, I'm touched. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for giving me this platform and for supporting me. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Here's what would happen if you drank only water for 20 days. The first 2 days would be the worst. You'd feel incredibly hungry, your energy levels would drop, and your mood would be intolerable. In days 3 to 7, a process of ketosis would occur, in which your body breaks down fat it has stored, therefore making you lose weight. You'd also feel less hungry and more energetic, however, you would still get bad headaches and have bad night's sleep. In days 8 to 14, you would experience clarity of mind and you'd feel happy and energetic. Very few people reach days 15 to 20 of water fasting, so you'd feel very proud. You'd feel light and active. However, you'd be ready to eat some solid food again. Comment if you try water fasting.
Here are some weird
30 days is nuts. 20 days is nuts. I've done 7 days, and that was nuts. Euphoria.
facts that will make you say, what the fuck? Episode 6. Each year, 4 times as many people are killed by ants than by sharks. Killed by ants. That's kind of embarrassing. The falling green code in the Matrix movies is actually code for a sushi recipe. I'm always so excited when someone finds an Easter egg for a movie. But how bored was this person? Hippos can sleep underwater by using a reflex which allows them to surface, take a breath, and resubmerge, all without waking up. I can also breathe when I'm asleep. The air inside your bag of chips is actually nitrogen gas, which prevents your chips from going stale. I always thought they were trying to con me by just filling it with air. Aphids are sometimes born pregnant.
Come on, man.
Born what? They're born pregnant. I don't even want to know what happened there.
Medical facts. Before chapstick was invented in the 1880s, people used to use earwax for their chapped lips. Some people can hear their eyeballs rolling around in their head. Mucophagy, literally mucus feeding,
I
is the
swear I
act
just
of
tried to do
eating
that.
one's own boogers.
I can't hear nothing. Imagine if you could hear your eyes moving, bro. That would be a weird, rude awakening, a creepy awakening.
Blood in your arteries is bright red, blood in your veins is dark red. Human blood is not blue.
Here are 3 facts you know about your eyes. Part 1. Number 3 is you blink around 4 million times a year.
What ain't?
Number 2 is your eyes can focus onto 50 different objects at once.
What ain't?
And the last one that not even scientists know yet and are still trying to figure out every day is your eyes can't see 2 pretty best friends.
Terrifying facts about the ocean. Let's get into it. So we've explored roughly 5% of the ocean, leaving many things and creatures yet to be discovered. Also, sunlight penetrates about 700 feet into the ocean, and after that we're in a murky black abyss where we cannot see anything, but many things can still see us. There are about 3 million shipwrecks, with countless human bodies being eaten by many undiscovered and unexplained organisms.
Imagine that. That's crazy when you really put that in context. What if, like, imagine if one day, the ocean, the great darkness, the great abyss of the ocean just got lit up. Imagine what you would see down there. You probably see things fleeing and running like, oh, I've been figured out, I've been found. But man, I guarantee you that there's probably some ugly looking things down there, some ugly looking creatures. Some very despicable things, to say the least. We already got creatures that got lamps on their forehead. What they call them, lanternfish or whatever. It's like, how do you go through that much evolution to where you evolve to the point to where you have a lamp or a light that protrudes from your forehead and actually allows you to see in the dark? Like, what? If that will tell you God is real, then I don't know what is. Like, just the genius, the ingenuity behind it. What, hey?
So that's terrifying and horrible to think about. Also, there are many unexplained disappearances from ships to planes to people. Also, the pressure at the bottom of the ocean is so immense it equates to 50 jumbo jets being piled on top of us. There are also plenty of terrifying and deadly diseases that eat our flesh while we were still alive in the ocean. Plenty of creatures have just been discovered, including the giant squid and the basking shark. So who knows what other giant and massive and deadly creatures have yet to be discovered.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Also, here's a terrifying situation to think about. We cannot swim up out of the ocean very quick or we will die of something called the bends. So imagine being deep down in the ocean and trying to escape but realizing you cannot swim up, so you are fucked by whatever creature is chasing you.
That's my words. If I'm deep down in the ocean, I know I don't got no oxygen tank that can last me till I reach the surface. I'm dead. And two, you would not be able to swim fast enough, period. It doesn't matter if you get the bends or, the pressure is, it wouldn't matter. That's not your natural habitat. Something would swallow you up very quickly. Two, you would run out of oxygen. You'd run out of air. Three, whatever he's referring to, the bends. Like, the quicker you swim up, you have to progressively swim up. You ever seen 47 meters down? You move up too quickly, you dead. And you probably hallucinating down there too, so you dead.
Also, there are tons of dead bodies. Yeah.
How animals see, part 2. This is how rabbits see. Unlike humans, they do not have an indented pupil. This causes rabbits to have a static effect to their vision. This is how flies see. Flies have around 4,000 lenses on their eyes. Flies also have 5 eyes. This is how your dog sees the world. Humans have 3 eye cones, but dogs only have 2. This means dogs can't see the colors red or green. Their eyes can be compared to a human who's colorblind. This is how shrimp see. They have 16 photoreceptors, and these divide ultraviolet light into distinct colors.
There you have it, man. The weird and crazy world we live in when it comes to TikTok conspiracies, theories, and a whole bunch of random stuff and facts that you probably wouldn't know or had no idea, no clue about from face value, man. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Yeah.